in this world? The answer to that question is neither simple nor static. It is a journey, an unfolding tapestry of experiences, choices, values, and dreams. To step up bravely and define oneself is to stand at the crossroads of past and future, to look inward with honesty and outward with courage. It is to acknowledge not only what has shaped me, but also what I wish to shape. First, I am a seeker, a traveler on the winding roads of knowledge and understanding. I am driven by curiosity, compelled to ask questions that dig beneath the surface of everyday life. Why do we love? Why do we fear? What sparks the fires of hope, and what puts them out? Each day presents a new opportunity to learn, to discover, to connect seemingly disparate threads into a coherent whole. In this world, I define myself by my desire to grow, to never settle for easy answers, but to chase the ones that challenge, that transform. Second, I am a storyteller. I believe in the power of words to heal, to inspire, to unite. Through stories, we connect across cultures, generations, and even time itself. I listen to the tales of others, of triumph and heartbreak, of laughter and loss, and I share my own, knowing that vulnerability is a bridge. In moments of honesty, we find common ground, and in the telling, I become both the narrator and the listener. I define myself by my willingness to speak my truth and to honor the truths of others. Third, I am a creator. In the act of creation, whether it be art, music, ideas, or solutions, I find meaning. To create is to take what is inside and bring it into the world, to shape reality according to vision and purpose. I am not content merely to observe. I want to participate, to leave a mark, however small, on the canvas of existence. I define myself by my actions, by the courage to try, to fail, and to try again. Fourth, I am a learner from my failures. I do not shy away from the mistakes, the stumbles, the moments of doubt. Instead, I embrace them as teachers. Each setback is an invitation to reflect, to adapt, to strengthen the resolve that propels me forward. I define myself by my resilience, by my ability to rise from the ashes of disappointment with renewed determination. Fifth, I am an advocate for kindness. In a world often marked by division and strife, I choose empathy. I strive to see the humanity in each person, to offer compassion where there is pain and understanding where there is confusion. I believe that small acts of kindness can ripple outward, touching lives in ways unseen and profound. I define myself by my commitment to treat others with respect, to listen before judging, to forgive before condemning. Sixth, I am a steward of hope. Even when the path ahead is obscured by uncertainty, I hold close the belief that change is possible, that light can pierce the darkness. Hope is not naive optimism. It is the fuel that drives persistence, the anchor that grounds us when storms rage. I define myself by my willingness to dream, to envision a better world, and to work toward it, step by step. Seventh, I am a mosaic of relationships. Family, friends, mentors, strangers, all have contributed to the person I am. I cherish the bonds that tie me to others, knowing that identity is forged in the crucible of connection. I am shaped by love and loss, by laughter shared around a table, and tears shed in quiet solitude. I define myself by the way I nurture these relationships, by the gratitude I feel for those who walk beside me. Eighth, I am a guardian of integrity. In moments when choices must be made, I strive to align my actions with my values. Integrity is not always easy. It demands honesty, accountability, and the courage to stand alone when necessary. I define myself by my dedication to doing what is right, even when it is difficult, even when no one is watching. Ninth, I am a student of time. I recognize that life is fleeting, that each moment is precious and irretrievable. I seek to be present, to savor the beauty of a sunrise, the laughter of a friend, the quiet comfort of solitude. I define myself by my effort to live mindfully, to appreciate the gift of now, while also honoring the lessons of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow. 10th, I am a voice for change. Where there is injustice, I aim to speak out. Where there is silence, I strive to ask questions. Where there is despair, I endeavor to offer hope. Change begins with one person, one voice, one action, one choice. I define myself by my willingness to challenge the status quo, to seek solutions, and to inspire others to join in the pursuit of progress. But above all, I am a work in progress. I am not defined by a single moment, achievement, or failure. I am the sum of my experiences, my beliefs, my aspirations, and my struggles. I am the courage to begin anew, the humility to learn, the strength to endure, and the vision to create. I am the echo of those who have come before me, and the whisper of those who will come after. To step up bravely to define oneself is to embrace the complexity and fluidity of identity. It is to acknowledge that who I am today is not who I will be tomorrow, and that the journey is as important as the destination. It is to recognize that self-definition is an act of courage, a declaration that I have the power to choose, to grow, to change. In this world, I am many things. I am the dreamer who looks to the stars, and the realist who builds foundations on the ground. I am the friend who listens, and the stranger who wonders. I am the artist who paints with words, and the scientist who seeks understanding. I am the child who marvels at the world, and the adult who navigates its complexities. I am shaped by my history, the places I have been, the people I have met, the challenges I have overcome. Each scar tells a story, each triumph marks a milestone. I am grateful for the lessons learned in both joy and sorrow, for the wisdom gleaned from both success and failure. I am guided by my values, honesty, kindness, curiosity, resilience. These are the compass points that direct my journey, the anchors that keep me grounded when the winds of change blow. I strive to let these values shine through my actions, to let them be the measure by which I evaluate my choices. I am fueled by my passions, the causes that stir my heart, the pursuits that ignite my imagination. Whether it is the quest for knowledge, the desire to create, or the commitment to help others, I let these passions guide me toward purpose and fulfillment. I am humbled by my limitations, the fears that hold me back, the doubts that whisper in the dark. But I do not let them define me. Instead, I see them as challenges to overcome, as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. I am inspired by possibility, the endless horizons that beckon, the dreams that shimmer just beyond reach. I believe that the future is not written, but forged in the fires of hope and hard work. I strive to be an agent of possibility, to imagine what could be, and to take steps toward making it reality. I am connected to the world around me, its beauty and its pain, its diversity and its unity. I see myself not as separate, but as part of an intricate web of life. My actions matter, my voice counts, and my choices ripple outward in ways I may never fully understand. I am committed to learning from others, from experience, from the world itself. Each day is a classroom, and every person a teacher. I approach life with an open mind and a willing heart, ready to be transformed by the lessons it offers. I am determined to contribute, to leave the world a little better than I found it. Whether through small acts or grand gestures, I seek to make a difference, to lift others up, to share what I have been given. I am grateful for the gift of life, for the privilege of choice, for the chance to define myself anew each day. Gratitude is the foundation upon which I build my hopes and dreams, the lens through which I see the world with clarity and wonder. I am not perfect, nor do I aspire to be. I am flawed, messy, human. but I am also capable of greatness, of kindness, of love. I accept my imperfections, knowing that they are part of the tapestry of my being. I am a dreamer, a doer, a thinker, a feeler. I am the sum of my contradictions, the harmony of my dissonance, the unity of my diversity. I am light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, certainty and confusion. I am defined not only by what I achieve, but by how I respond to challenge, by the grace with which I handle disappointment, by the generosity with which I share success. I am responsible for my choices. I own my story, even the chapters I wish I could rewrite. I learn, I adapt, I grow. I am a force for good, striving to make my corner of the world brighter. I am a voice for those who cannot speak, a hand for those who reach out in need. I am a lover of beauty, in nature, in art, in the hearts of others. I seek out moments of wonder and I treasure the simple joys. I am a believer in possibility. I know that the road ahead may be hard, but I walk it with hope. I am a leader when called, a follower when needed, a companion when asked. I am a witness to life's unfolding story, both participant and observer. I am, above all, a human being, unique, valuable, irreplaceable. To define myself bravely is to step into the light of self-awareness and to claim my place in the world. It is to say, this is who I am, today in this moment, and I am proud of my journey. It is to accept that identity is not fixed but fluid, not imposed but chosen. I am the author of my own story. With each word, each deed, I shape the narrative of my life. I am not defined by circumstance, but by choice. I am not limited by fear, but uplifted by hope. In this world, I choose to be authentic, to live with integrity, to act with kindness, to dream with courage, to love with abandon. I choose to be present, to make the most of each day, to cherish the people and experiences that enrich my life. I choose to step up bravely, to define myself not by the expectations of others, but by the truth of my own heart. I choose to embrace the adventure of life, to seek meaning, to find joy, and to share it with those around me. Who am I in this world? I am the person I decide to be, each and every day. I am the culmination of my choices, the reflection of my values, the expression of my dreams. I am a work in progress, a mosaic of moments, a symphony of possibility. And tomorrow I will define myself again, with courage, with hope, and with love.